Hey guys, welcome to our latest podcast, and I'm here with
Navia.
And today we're going to be talking about like crunch time during school. It's the end of the year, so we're kind of preparing for our semester exams and everything, and we're just kind of getting a little stressed out, and we're going to talk about how that may affect us or what we do to sort of like help cope with that.
Yeah, just get through it.
So like what do you got going on?
Well, I'm more worried about like finals and stuff like that. And,
Yeah, definitely.
Just because we just finish up projects and assignments so we can prepare for finals, so that's kind of a lot. But
yeah, definitely. I feel like I'm a junior and we're going into senior year, and I already feel like I have like a little bit of senioritis. Like I feel like I'm done for the year already, but I'm not.
yeah, it starts to feel like that because I feel like junior year is the hardest that we've had so far.
Definitely, I agree with you on that.
Because we've with our ACTs, like it's starting to like really get serious. And senior year we'll have less classes because we have less credits, but like it's really crunch time for juniors.
Yeah, this year honestly, I feel like I've had a lot more work than I have had in the past.
Yeah.
So it's just really building up, and it feels like every single time I finish something, I got something else to do, and it's kind of hard to manage that a little bit, but you just got to stay on top of it. But so do you have anything like class-wise, like which class you're really worried about?
Probably AP US History, just because it's my one AP class, so I feel like there's a lot more expectation, so it's just like assignment after assignment on top of like, then we have our final, and then we have the like AP final that like the state gives us. It's like nationwide or whatever, so that's a little stressful.
Yeah, definitely. I don't really have any AP classes, but I don't know. I'm really stressing about my Algebra 2 test.
Oh, yeah, math, for sure.
Math definitely has been an impact on my schooling this year. But
All right, so I have a question as an educator, right? So the end of the year is kind of stressful for us as well because we have a lot of different things that we have to accomplish as teachers as well, and that's just like making sure our stuff is turned in, making sure our inventories are done, blase. We have work to do as well, and so obviously with that, you have students and teachers alike trying to end the school year. How can we better assist each other as teachers and students? Like what can you expect from teachers as the school year ends, especially for you two getting ready to go into your last year of high school?
I don't know. For me, I feel like at the end of the year, teachers tend to pack stuff on for students, and I feel like they try to get through it as fast as they can. And I don't think that's very effective. I don't agree with that. I think it mainly stresses the kids out and doesn't help them do the good work they are trying to do. But it also like sometimes they can't get it all done. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, so I feel like not packing on so much work would honestly help teachers and students because the teachers got to grade it and then the students got to do it. So
yeah, I think that because I have a few teachers like this, like they're kind of more like, if you help me out, I'll help you out. Like if you just like try your best on this assignment, then like I'll help you out as much as I can. Like because teachers are trying to get through it just like students are trying to get through it, like the end of the year stuff and preparing for finals. So it's just kind of like a little agreement. Like you help me out, and I'll help you with your assignments. Like I'll make this a little easier for you. Like I'll really let go a little bit, not be so harsh about my grading. Like as long as I know that you're trying, as long as I know that you're trying to get through it, and you really are like trying to prepare yourself for these tests and like the end of the year things, and like you're gonna be okay.
Mystery, what do you think that teachers should do?
I think that's fair. Number one, just my style. A couple weeks before the last week of school, I'm preparing for semester tests anyways, right? So I'm kind of finalizing my grades, finalizing the idea of homework, you know what I'm saying? Because now we got to get you ready to pass your semester exam, So I'll spend at least a week reviewing anyways. Now that review process will count as homework grades, but my philosophy on the last couple weeks of school as far as preparing for semester finals and stuff is, making it to where stuff can be done during class so as to not give you more to do after school. Now, I will say this. I don't speak for all teachers, obviously. My style is not the same as others. I will say this. So as we're working together to finalize the year, not only do I agree with Dylan and Navia about how, the assignment workload should probably not be as heavy as it would be mid-year or mid-semester, you know what I'm saying? Or even as heavy as it would be in December. I also think that kids, there's a little bit, you got to have accountability as well, right? Like you got to own the stuff that you have to do. So if you do have teachers that are giving you homework, let's say even if it's all 7 classes of curriculum are giving you something to do, you've got to find a way to get it done. And that means especially at the end of the semester, buckling down and making sacrifices in your social lives. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you plan on going to college, that's what you're going to have to do. You see what I'm saying? So I think it's give and take from both ends. I think Dylan said that already. I'd say what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to pile a bunch of work, because that means I'm going to have to grade a bunch of work before the school year ends. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, Gabe, what do you think? You got any thoughts?
Pretty much exactly what you just said, right? Because some students, they do slack off at the end, but that's because teachers also give a lot of work. It's really just exactly what you said before.
So give and take on for everybody, right? We got to work together.
Yeah.
That's fair. Any thoughts from you, ladies?
I feel like also with like teachers kind of providing like a whole lot of homework and stuff, like, and taking accountability, like we do, or the people I know, like we take accountability for like getting stuff done and not getting stuff done, but also like we work, and especially like with the summer coming up, like we're preparing for a lot of new things, and I don't know, just like our jobs and getting the school year done, like it gets stressful near the end, like figuring everything out, especially because we're juniors, like we're getting to that age, or we're at that age, just like we have cars and we're trying to make money and we're trying to get like our stuff figured out. A lot of us are trying to move out on our own and like that kind of thing.
Would you say that it's fair? Is it fair to say, I'm going to redirect my question here, or rephrase my question. Is it fair to say that that's part of becoming an adult, is how to manage all these different things of your life?
Definitely.
For sure.
So, now I'm not lacking my own accountability. I think that I have to keep in mind as a teacher, right, as an educator and as a mentor and a coach, I have to keep in mind that my students, or any student, may be on edge towards the end of the year. So I'm not saying be lenient or, just let things ride that are totally disrespectful or anything like that. But at the same time, I need to be cognizant, meaning aware in my mind that that's true about students, because they're people too, and I'm stressing out also. So we all got to work together to get there. I would expect the same from students. If students understood that teachers are under a little bit of stress and pressure, especially at the end of the year because of the stuff we have to do, we might get along a little better as far as just trying to get through the school year together. What do you guys think about that?
I feel like, yes, that's true, and I agree with that 100%. But also, like, this goes along with semester tests and exams and stuff, and how you were saying that students should work with teachers and teachers should work with students on stuff like that. There's a lot of kids out here that are smart, do their work, but may not have, let's say, that math brain that, allows them to really understand it as well as maybe other people do. So they might be doing whatever they can and how much they can and going to ninth hour and everything, but not get that best grade. And I feel like students or teachers should work with kids that are like that. They see them putting in that work, but the grade is not showing.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Like what I was saying with if you help me out, I'll help you out. Like, I see that you're trying.
Exactly.
So I'm going to help you out a little bit, especially, like, with the end of the year, because, like, we are people, too. Like, we have jobs and we have responsibilities outside of school. Like,
and
we're
everyone
not just
is,
students.
like, better at something than the other. People may be better at English than they are at math, world history. You go give or take whatever you're best at. I just feel like teachers need to really recognize that and not really necessarily let students that are putting in that work get that grade that they shouldn't get.
Sure, and I'll just say this, and people are going to be mad about this, but if a teacher is not recognizing the different learning styles and the different gifts that a student has, then they're probably one-track minded as far as their discipline concerns. And I'm not perfect at that. I fail at that a lot. But, a good teacher recognizes that you do have different brains for different things. You learn differently, you speak differently, you think differently. And to flip it back on the student, keep in mind all teachers are different too. And at the end of the day, you can't choose, well, not all the time, who's on your schedule as far as your instructors are. And you've got to play the game by their rules in their classrooms. And if they've given you an assignment, you've got to figure out a way to get it done, because especially if you're going to go to the next level, you are not going to get to choose professors. You are not going to get to choose assignments. But especially at a smaller university, so I went to Cameron, I tried to make sure I had relationships with every professor, every lecturer, whatever it was, because that relationship, helped me have more of an open door to come see them whenever I needed to. So start practicing that now, especially as you go into your senior year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Gabe, what grade are you in?
I'm a junior, right? So lots of the same problems.
So you'll be in senior class next year then?
Yep.
Okay. Keep going. So what are you saying? A lot of the problems what?
A lot of the problems that have already been mentioned, senioritis. I've been slacking off. I got to work on that. It's also because teachers, everything we already said. Teachers are piling on lots of work. We're getting tired, man. It's the end of the year. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
We're getting tired, man.
We're tired.
We're tired.
We are tired.
I think the biggest way of getting through it so far for me has been it's almost over. Just a little bit longer, just a little bit more.
It's just that seeing that next year is gonna be a lot easier. It's helping me get through it.
Well, that's for you because you've got a lot of your credits already. You know what I'm saying? There's a
Yeah.
lot of seniors that will still have to be working hard. So, crunch time is different for all of us.
Yes.
But I think you just have to own whatever your crunch time is. I have to own whatever my crunch time is, and we can't take it out on each other. We got to figure it out.
Definitely. It's like for high school students, if you put in that work for the 3 years, then your senior year will be easy breezy. So you just need to be locked in for your 3 years, and then you'll be good.
Okay, so we'll end it like this. So you have all three of you incoming seniors.
Yeah.
Yep.
There are 8th graders that will be incoming freshmen. If you had a group of freshmen here with you right now, what kind of advice would you give them, not closing out this year, but coming into their freshman year?
I think my advice personally would just be don't worry so much about people and social things and stuff like that, because everything that's happening right now, all that little drama, you're not even going to remember it. It's not going to be anything, because all we're worried about right now as juniors is finishing the school year out, passing. We're not worried about much drama or fighting or anything stupid. Seriously, get your credits, get your work done, get through it, so that when you get to junior year, it's that final stretch, and senior year will just be easy, just like that.
Definitely. I just have to go off that. But basically, that not doing your work, not going to class is not cool. It's really not. You just need to go to class, do your work, do what you're supposed to do, and then things will work out for you in the end. It'll all line up for you. You just need to lock in, and that's pretty much it.
And definitely get involved with school,
Yeah,
whether that's
definitely-
Stuco, Scream Team, going to
definitely get
games, do it
involved.
all.
Make friends, you can still have a social life, but do what you're supposed to do and don't get involved with the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
And then things will work out for you. And then, if you want to go to college, you staying locked in will line that right up for you if you want to do that. If you don't want to go to college, that's fine, but you just really need to have that discipline and learn how to be disciplined to really get into that adult life that you're going to be working up to.
Yeah.
And if you want to cush senior year, handle business 9th, 10th, 11th grade. Gabe, what you got?
All right. So, first thing, just spend that extra 30 minutes doing all your homework, man. That homework, it helps a lot. All right. But also, you know what? I lost it.
What were you were deep in thought, bro. You getting ready to drop it on us, a whole lot of knowledge. Can you regain it real quick? What you got? Okay.
Do not come in trying to dislike teachers, right? Because some people, they just come to school trying to dislike your teacher. Try and be friends with them, right? Don't
build a relationship.
100% agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, you come in I mean, it's just think about it like a teacher, right? The first day of school next year, if a teacher comes in guns blazing, you might not be messing with that teacher, the rest of the year. So the same thing goes for kids. Like I know on the first day of school, which students I'm gonna have to work a little bit harder with.
Exactly. It's like treat people how you want to be treated at that point. So that's the end. That concludes our podcast, and thank you for watching. I'm Dylan.
I'm Navia.
And we'll see you later.
And that was Gabe. And I'm Mr. E. We appreciate y'all. Keep tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe and ring that bell.
Definitely.